The question we're asking today is, are premium sleeping bags worth the money? Are they worth the investment? And the answer is a resounding yes. We're going to talk about why. In front of me here, I've got over $2,500 in sleeping bags, which is a lot of money when you think about it. I've got several different styles of sleeping bags that all fit within what I would say a premium category of a sleeping bag. Now, why would you invest the money into a premium bag when you can spend upwards of maybe $100, $150 and get something that is going to work just fine in the backcountry? Well, I want to be very specific in explaining that budget bags are not bad, but there is a key indicator that is important to understand about the way that sleeping bags are designed and how they function. And so when you're talking about a premium sleeping bag, I think that investing in one is super important because you get the best performance possible out of that bag. Now consider for a minute the aspect of choosing a sleeping pad for backpacking. You're going to be very specific about choosing a pad that matches exactly what you need performance-wise out of that sleeping pad. So the correct R value, insulation value that is going to protect you from the cold from the ground, be comfortable to sleep on, and making sure that that is the best product for you. Apply that to a sleeping bag as well. So before you completely discredit a premium sleeping bag for something that's not going to work for you based on price, consider all of the fine detail aspects of the design of these premium bags that really set them apart, that provide a performance enhancement that really makes a comfortable and enjoyable experience in the backcountry. Those design elements have to do with a anatomically built or designed product, something that is really designed around how the body is shaped and how you might be sleeping and all of those things. And then you've got such things as a differential cut, which I'll explain what that means here in a minute, but also using high quality, responsibly sourced down, which is super important, that you are getting a product that is ethical, and the sustainability of that product is also a focus of the company. And then in addition to that sustainability aspect is the use of really high quality fabrics, things that make it breathable, that provide the opportunity for it to reduce weight and bulk, and all of those things that ultimately, when you compile all of that together, it performs better and gives you a better experience in the backcountry. Now I want to thank backcountrycom for sponsoring today's video. We've got several options of sleeping bags that all can be found on backcountrycom, and I'm here to help you save a little bit of money today. If you use my coupon code exposure15, you can save up to 15% on your first order, and some exclusions do apply. But in the process of choosing a sleeping bag, it's important to be able to have options that you can look at and compare all of the different features and prices and things that may fit within your budget or design aspects that you're looking for specifically. And if you get on a chat with the backcountry gearheads, they're going to help you find exactly what you need if you find yourself stuck in being able to choose exactly what you want for your sleep system. So thank you to backcountrycom for sponsoring today's video. Let's talk about these bags in front of me and why they are so cool. So the bag that I want to start with that has really made a big impression on me is this bag here, the Western Mountaineering Ultralife. This is a 20-degree rated down sleeping bag, and it is one of the more expensive bags that I have here in front of me. It's nearly $600, and you're probably thinking, dude, you are crazy. There's no way I'm spending $600 on a sleeping bag. Let me explain why this thing is so impressive and why you might consider spending $600 on a sleeping bag. The aspect of something that is produced in the US, that is providing jobs to people in the US, and you're getting a super high quality control element to the design and construction of this bag, really sets it apart from other options out there. And not only the construction aspect, but also the design. Now, yeah, It is a simple mummy-shaped design. It doesn't take in glamorous aspects of spoon shapes and adding additional zippers that increase width and everything. But this is an anatomically focused and designed bag, and it is very comfortable to sleep in. One of my absolute favorite aspects of this bag is the fact that I have never once had the zipper catch onto the fabric. It's got a piece of ribbon on both sides here that really enhances the ability for this zipper to just zip really smooth. But what's also cool about this is this bag literally was made by a single person. And so you've got a product that goes through every single step by one individual person in the construction process. So as I mentioned earlier, there's this design element called differential cut. Now what that means is on a bag like this, you essentially have an outer bag and then an inner bag. And then between those two layers, you have all of your down insulation. When you create a differential cut, what that means is the inside bag is very specifically cut and designed to not allow it to expand to a point that if you have your feet in the foot box, for example, if I push on that inner fabric, it is not going to push against the outer sack or the outer wall. So I cannot reduce the baffle size or the loft aspect of the bag. And you're going to get design aspects like that in premium bags. In the more budget-friendly, white label type of bags, you may not get a differential cut. So when you are in your bag and you push your arms against the bag and your feet and such, those will create cold spots because now you are compressing the down or the insulation against the two layers, and now you have essentially created a cold spot because there's no loft in that insulation. This bag is the Big Agnes Lost Ranger. This is a 3-in-1 system. And so what you've got is a very smartly designed product that has an outer quilt that's attached to a sewn-in pad sleeve. And then your zipper is a full-length zipper all the way down. Here, I'll open it on this side. It's a full-length zipper all the way down this left side. And then you have a completely separate liner bag in this bag. So you can use this as its own system. You can use the outer bag as its own system, or the two pieces together to create a 3-in-1 system to bring this down to a 20-degree rating. So again, companies that are focused on design elements to create something that has high performance, is anatomically shaped and designed to fit different body types, and they have designed something that also is meant for side sleeping. So all of those little elements together play into the higher cost of a bag like this, but again, investing into it means that you're gonna get better performance. And last but not least, let's talk about the Summit Ascent down, which brings in all kinds of different types of design elements that make it more comfortable and more adaptable to different situations. What you have here is a full-length zipper on the left side that allows you to have really easy entry and exit into the bag and out of the bag. But then on the other side of the bag, you have a half zipper that essentially allows you to turn this into a quilt. So a little bit more comfortable. I can have more room to move around and everything. And that little design aspect makes a huge difference in the overall experience, because oftentimes I want to be able to work out of the other side of my bag based off of how I have my tent pitched and the way that I need to have my head laying so that I'm uphill, and it's a different orientation for how I get in and out of the tent. So having this additional zipper adds little aspects like that in detail that make for a better experience out of this product. So at the end of the day, I don't have to necessarily invest into a premium bag like this. But I want to talk about something that's kind of interesting, because if I wanted to make my own outdoor gear company, I could do that today. I could get onto Google and Alibaba, and I could go in and start buying 100, 200 units of white label sleeping bags. And I could open an Amazon account and I could start selling outdoor gear. And I can do that without ever having designed a piece of gear myself. I can sell all of these units on Amazon, on my own website, and never design a piece of gear. And there are a lot of companies out there that are doing this, and they're successful. They're providing a product that gets sleeping bags and other outdoor gear options into people's hands. The difference though is you're losing the design aspect that brand name companies are putting into the brand name companies are putting into the development and the design of these premium bags. And they are making sure that they're getting a down product, an insulation product that is ethical and responsibly sourced. They are looking for the best fabrics possible. And I believe that it is important to support and invest into those companies that spend the time and the energy to create something that gives the best performance possible when you're out in the backcountry. So are premium sleeping bags worth investing in? Yeah, absolutely. And it may take a little bit of time to decide, okay, I'm gonna spend $500 or $450 on a sleeping bag and to be okay with it. But I guarantee you that if you do your homework, you're gonna find something that is going to last longer. It's going to just overall be a better experience in the backcountry. So maybe I've been on my soapbox a little bit in this video, but I think it is important to invest in quality gear for when you're headed out into the backcountry so that you guarantee yourself a great experience. So again, thank you to backcountrycom for sponsoring today's video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Catch you on the next one. See you later.